Welcome. Here is a rundown of war in Ukraine. China embarrassed by Russia's military operations, as official slams irresponsible nuclear threats. Comments from the Chinese premier have suggested Beijing is uncomfortable with Russia's recent nuclear rhetoric. According to a senior U.S. official, Keqiang had emphasized the irresponsibility of nuclear threats and spoke rather extensively about China's policy towards Ukraine. Li put clear emphasis on sovereignty, on the irresponsibility of nuclear threats, the need to ensure that nuclear weapons are not used in the way that some have suggested, the official said, after the Chinese premier attended the G20 summit in Cambodia. China has been a strategic partner of Russia, but has distanced itself from some of Moscow's rhetoric. The U.S. official, speaking on condition of anonymity, said there was undeniably some discomfort in Beijing about what we've seen in terms of reckless rhetoric and activity on the part of Russia. Russia likely to intensify its offensive in Donetsk Oblast. The Institute for the Study of War said in its latest assessment that Russian forces will resume the offensive in Donetsk Oblast in the next few weeks once additional mobilized Russian troops and forces withdrawn from Kherson arrive. According to the ISW, Ukrainian forces in Donetsk Oblast will find themselves hard-pressed, and Ukraine will likely have to redeploy some troops to defend against the offensive operations. The Russians are not likely to make operationally significant gains despite their renewed efforts, although they could conceivably take Bakhmut over time at enormous cost, the ISW writes. And Western officials divided on need to push Kyiv into peace talks with Russia. According to the Wall Street Journal, senior US and EU officials believe that an opportunity for peace talks may appear in the coming weeks or months after Ukraine successfully recaptured the southern city of Kherson. However, the need for such talks remains in question. Two unnamed European diplomats said Sullivan recommended that President Zelensky and his team think about realistic demands and priorities for negotiations, including reconsidering the goal to regain the Crimean Peninsula, which Russia illegally occupies since 2014. Attempts to bring Kyiv and Moscow to the negotiating table were also fueled by the fears of some Western countries that their arms stocks were being depleted at an unreasonable rate, the Wall Street Journal reported.